Hello everybody, welcome back to Fishing with Fernando. Today's tutorial is going to be on how to catch sheepshead, the techniques and tips to use to catch sheepshead. Now I'm right here, and as you can see there's a lot of oysters around. However, the tide's not all the way out, so it's creating some issues for me. One of the issues is if I step in the water, my boots, I may step just above, and that won't work. I use these boots because the oysters, as you know, the shells are very sharp, so you should always wear a good pair of boots. You should always wear gloves, and you should always wear eyewear. Now what I do is I take this bucket, okay, see it has kind of an axe in it. The sharp part is to break the oysters off. The dull part is to break them down. The way I break them is I break them on this board, and then I go in and put them in this bucket. I secure the bucket in the boat, and then of course I use it for chum when I get out to the spot, because sheepshead love chum, and you'll attract other fish too. You actually attract red drum, black drum, anything that's out there. And then I also take this with me, and this is to put any oyster crabs or any crustaceans that I see that are legal to keep, of course, because you can't keep rock crabs. So I'm gonna head out. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and put my sandals on. They are pretty thick. This way when I drop down, because I want to keep the boat away from the oyster bar, of course, because you're gonna scratch your boat up. So you're risking it when you're here. So especially at this tide, you want to keep it out more, because I'm right under those oysters. So I'm gonna go ahead and back the boat up a little bit and get started, okay? And I'll be with you in a bit. All right, guys, so I'm back. I would have taken the video of me actually doing it, but it's very tricky, and I have a fiberglass boat, so I had to keep the boat away. I couldn't put my boots on because I had to get in the water till it was about here, so I don't want to risk the boat getting scratched up. But we do have success. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll show it to you right now. We do have success right there, you know, and I just cut them up coarsely just to get some of that goop going, you know, the inside of the oyster. Now also keep in mind, you know, I do this at low tide, not only so I can get oysters, but I want to fish them at slack tide. All right, I want to chum while the tide's barely moving, because this way you get to concentrate the chum more under the boat than if the tide's moving. Because you know, if the tide is moving, you throw it out and it's moving quickly, that stuff is gone. So that's why I'm here. Low tide's about 10:30. I'm running a little behind. I left my cell phone in my car, but it's all secure. I've got tinted windows. I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna go right to the spot. I don't have a phone, that's fine. I have to use my arms to wave if something goes down, but I really want to have my phone, but I think I'll be okay. So anyway, you see I got those shells. Also, what I have here, and I'm not going offshore, so I'm not really worried about the phone too much, but what I have here too is I have some oyster crabs that I caught. Now I don't have much time, I would have got more, but I do have frozen sand fleas. Let me move my boat a second here. I do have frozen sand fleas, and I'm gonna show you the rigs that I'm using when we get to the spot. Right now we're gonna go ahead and head out there, take advantage of this low tide. All right, and we're gonna get on it. Like I said, the best thing to use is use these boots. I couldn't because of the oyster bar underneath the boat. I didn't want to scratch it up, so I couldn't get in the water when the water was up to here. It was up to here. But these are great because I tell you right now, these flip-flops here, they just kept coming off. I'm lucky I didn't cut my feet up. I must have a guardian angel, because they actually came off and I had to look for them in the water. So no go. So anyway, talk to you guys at the inlet. We'll be there in a few. setup over here. It's like big waves, but it's not choppy, so that's good. I'll set up. Tune in. I see a spot. I'm gonna get in this spot on my left here. Right over here to the left. Where I want to fish. Big sheepshead hole right here. So, let's see what happens. Right. Looks like we're set up. Make sure she's taken. Alright guys. Go ahead and set up. Be right with you. Alright guys, I'll show you my setup here. I have just here a light, fairly medium pole with a bait caster, okay? I also use a couple spinning reels, so I'm going to show you as I go. This right here is a Doppler knot there with a hook. This hook here is about a number 2, okay? No, it's a 1/0 hook, okay? This is just a 1/2 ounce sinker. So when this hits the bottom, I keep this down a little bit. I've had a lot of success with this. It kind of flaps around and go up, down, whichever way. And you feel the hit too when they hit because it's not on a slider where you're less prone to feel the hit. Okay, so what I also do here is right now I'm gonna use sand fleas, okay? Going to take a frozen sand flea here, go ahead and put the hook through it. I'm going to take another one and do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to hang this here for a bit. I made a little mess here. Let me clean it up. I like a clean boat. And what I'm going to do is get a glove on, okay? You get a glove on. And I'm going to come over here and take my chum. Remember, it's kind of low tide. I don't think it's slack, but because of the moon, it's not a real strong tide, so I'm in luck. So I just take some of these. Just throw them out, just like that. And they're nice and chunky, so they'll hit the bottom, just a few, just like that, okay? Just like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and start fishing, and we'll see what I can get here. I think my boat might have got a little out of position here. I'm a little too close to that boat, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to try here and then move real quick because I'm just a little tiny bit too close to the boat behind me. And he wasn't smiling when I went by, so he may not be a happy camper. Some people come out here, believe it or not. And happy campers. Okay, so I'm gonna let it down to the bottom. I'm gonna move the ball here. It's hard sometimes with a lighter weight to feel when you're on the bottom. Okay, I'm on the bottom now for sure. Just give this a couple minutes here. I'm going to move a little bit here in about 5 minutes. I'm a little too close to his boat. Since I threw that chum down, I don't want to move right away. Well, guys, I don't think my motor is engaged, so I gotta move. Be with. Alright, guys, so far nothing. I put an oyster crab on here. Got some sand fleas. I've thrown my chum out. Quite a few boats out here. I'm hoping to see more action, but quite the sport. I just got it hit. Man, oh man. That's a little closer to the rock. Sometimes they'll hit it when it's coming down. Oh, like I hit there, buddy. That's a hit there. That's fish on. A big one, but fish on. Little tiny thing. Oh no. When you start catching these, it's not a good sign. Alright, let's see. My first fish. Not sure what it is yet. Oh wow, look at the size of this mongo. Shit. That's a big fucking mongo. I'm sorry, excuse the French. It's a big mongo right there. Look at the size of that thing. Huge mongo. Well guys, no sheepshead. So far, just one big marget. I know the sheepshead are here, they're just not biting. They gotta be. I can see activity on my sonar. And I'm pretty close, but normally they'll be closer to the rocks. So, we'll see. Well guys, unfortunately I'm not getting any sheepshead. I'm just getting some huge margates with that chum I've been putting out oysters, so maybe we'll keep trying. We'll see if I can get one big sheepshead. Alright guys, so I've been chummed in here. I'm almost out of chum. No sheepshead, but I think there's some sheepshead down there. I'm getting some really tick bites like real quick. We'll keep trying to see what happens here. Missed that one. Just missed it. I think he got big. showed you my other rig earlier. This one here, I'm just using a straight up knocker rig with a swivel in between. Then the hook's connected with that. I believe that's probably about a 2-aught, 1-aught. Probably similar to a number 2 or 3 and a smaller size hook. So that's basically what I'm using right now. So I'm gonna keep trying, man, okay? Got something on here. I hit the crab, the oyster crab. So it's gotta be a small sheepshead. Nope, sheepshead. Finally, we got ourselves a sheepshead. That's what we've been trying to get, guys. Success. Finally, success, guys. That's what happens. If at first you don't succeed, you try and you try again. And that's what I did. And he wasn't hooked that good, but there he is right there. Beauty, a keeper. It has to be 12. He's about 13. Okay, but I'm gonna double check him anyway, just to make sure. Bigger than 13. He's 14, so he's going in. Been trying all morning. I got a little bit of oysters left, and then that's it. So guys, I've been moving. I must have moved around about 8 times already, just trying to get on those sheepshead. I finally did get a nice one at 14 inches. And I got 2 big margets at about 14 inches. It seems like I'm getting a little bite on here. We'll see what happens. I'm out of oysters. So, you know, we'll see what happens now. I used the last one right here on this spot. I think he got my bait already. So we just nope. So we're gonna try here. Keep trying. No more oysters, but that's okay. And he bit on that oyster crab that I caught when I was getting those oysters. So remember, when you're out there collecting oysters, you see those oyster crabs, grab them. The sheepshead love them, and that's another tip. So that's where we're at. Starting to feel like sheepshead bites now. We'll see what happens. Okay, I got another fish on here. You really want to see what it is? I know you don't want to see another one of these, but looks like they're taking over again. I tell you, I wish I had some more of those oyster crabs. Next time I'll stay longer, because it seems that that's what caught that fish. They're not really hitting the sand fleas, and right now I'm just using what I showed you earlier. So I don't know, we'll see. All right guys, I'm gonna get ready to head, and I'll probably just make a couple more stops in the river there. But 3 fish, the 2 big margos, the 14-inch sheepshead. The sheepshead are down there, they're just not biting. I see a lot of fish on my sonar. I think though, if I would have had more oyster crabs along with those oyster shells, and maybe even fiddler crabs, I think I would have had a better day. Seems like they did not like the frozen sand fleas, and that happens. Sometimes they tear them up, sometimes they don't. This is why it's important when you have when you're sheepshead fishing to go ahead and have fiddler crabs, live sand fleas if you can, and fresh shrimp also. They'll hit that fresh live shrimp. So you notice how I did it on the low tides. I was able to keep a lot of my my chum near my boat. But you know, it's just one of those days, but I'm happy I got 3 nice fish. I'll be filleting those, so, you know, overall we did okay. You know, we didn't get skunked. So I'm gonna go ahead and head in and get away from these rocks, because I am getting a little too close. Let me shut my spot lock out, slowly maneuver, and I'll keep you in tune. Not much going on at this spot either. I've been here about a half hour. I'm probably gonna wrap it up. I'm kind of tired. I don't know why. I'm feeling tired this afternoon. It's late afternoon already. But just remember, when you go sheepshead fishing, that you know, you want to fish around rocks. You want to fish around pilings. You can go get the oysters like I showed you. That's a big plus. You know, I've caught some big sheepshead. There's a video there where I had used that method. That doesn't seem real lively today, but I think if I would have had some live fiddlers and some more oyster crabs, I think I would have caught a lot more sheepshead. It seems like I caught that one sheepshead on that oyster crab. So sometimes they're just like that. They're finicky. I know they're down there. I can see it on my sonar. There was quite a fish, but I ended up with 2 margos, and it's 14-inch sheepshead. The margot, one was about 14, the other was about 12. So that's good eating. So listen, I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it up here, and I just want to thank you for watching. I know it's a short video. You know, I'm new at this, so I'm just trying to bring some new content for the people that can't get out, so they can see what it's like on these adventures. Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye. Miss Policeman, New Smyrna Beach Police, right there. They're all patrol. Okay, I also should tell you that I bled the fish that are in the live well, the sheepshead and the marget. So I'm going to show you that right now. Put my boat neutral. No one's behind me. It's a beautiful day out here, huh, guys? So I'm going to show you that right now. So there they are. There's the sheepshead, and then there's 2 margets in there. So I bled them, so I'm getting ready. After I bleed them, I leave them in the live well. I let the water rinse out. The live well is on, yep. And then I put them on ice. And then the meat comes out. You don't get all that blood when you're cleaning them, and especially on the sheepshead, the meat comes out nice and clear, kind of white. So I figured I'd share that with you. And again, it's just a beautiful day. You know, I'm gonna go over to the bridge over there. That's the North Bridge, yeah. So we're gonna try there a little bit, and then we'll wrap it up after that. Then we'll see. All right, guys. Hope you're enjoying this. All right, guys. We're approaching the South Bridge now. I mean the North Bridge now. It looks like it's gonna go up. Traffic just stopped, and I just saw the stop things go down. So. Yeah, I did them with fish right up ahead there off that piling in that corner. The only thing is with the trolling motor, you know, you got to have this open sky. If it's under the bridge, it's not going to work. It's going to run you into stuff. I know from experience. So, we're still here. I know we said we were leaving, but, oh well, why leave? Because I was tired, but I feel better now. I'm not as tired. And I've been fasting most of the day. I woke up this morning, I got on the scale, man. I was about 6 pounds over my normal weight. I've been munching out pretty good the last 2-3 weeks, so it's time to chill out now and eat healthy again. So anyway, we're gonna set it up and I'll be in touch. Hi guys, this is a good spot for drum here, black drum. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this piece of shrimp circular. Okay. I've got a sliding sinker here. And then I've got a 40-pound leader with a circular hook, which is 4-aught. So push right through the body, and then the tail's a little narrow, so I like bringing this right back out through the tail, and then clipping it in the right there in the shell. Okay. And I'm just going to throw this out there and let it sit, and then I'll show you. Use my down rig with the sinker, my Doppler loop here, and then this here with some sand fleas on it. So we'll see if we get anything. So now remember that sheepshead like cover and they like structure. They like rocks, they like jetties, they like reefs. So right here some structure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw my sand flea, which I've got a couple on here. I'm just toss it right there in that corner. Let it kind of get in there on its own. So that's a decent toss right there. And I'm just going to let it out and then stop it right there. Let it go down. Tighten up the drag. With sheepshead also, you always want to have just a little bit of drag, because if you get a big one like a monster on there, you want to be able to give. If not, he's going to bend that hook or something's going to happen. So I've got, see? Not a lot, but I've got drag on here with him. He's big, he's gonna pull. So let's see if we get anything, guys. I'll keep you abreast. Alright guys, I got a small fish on here, I think. Yeah, he's small. Look at that shrimp. Feels like a jack, believe it or not. Small jack or something like that. Oh, big catfish. Everyone that watches my channel knows I hate catfish. So, I'm going to release him. You have to be real careful with these because of the side fins there. These fins here. See, I got it between my fingers there, and the other one I got away from it. They go in you, they're going to stick in you, and you're going to have to yank them out because it's happened to me already. So it's happened to a lot of people out there. So, and when you're releasing it, be careful also. You got to kind of. All right, we'll keep it. All right, guys, I've been here about 25 minutes. The only thing I caught was that catfish. The tide is just ripping through here. So I'm going to go ahead and officially now call it for sure. Okay, thanks again if you stood watching after the first time I said I was leaving. Thank you, and that's the way fishermen are. They say one last cast, they do 20 casts. They say we're leaving now. An hour later, they're still fishing. It's just the way it is. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. All right, let's go ahead and hit her on the trailer. Got some bait fish over here. I'm gonna come back with my cast net. Take some fresh bait fish home and freeze it. I mean, bait's gotten so expensive, and figure the labor it takes to catch all that stuff, and you don't always catch it. Right, the tide's going this way, the wind's barely blowing, which is good. You make pretty much a straight on approach. Easy as you go. Easy as you go. Okay. Pretty sure she's up there. Perfect. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut the camera off. Well, I'll leave it rolling. Whew. All right, you got it, man.